Alright, hello guys. Welcome back to another video. I have another World Zero episode for y'all. And for this video, I'll be talking about perks. And for disclaimer, this video is only for newer players, right? And those who have not gotten their zero weapons yet. So if you guys are pros, this video is not for y'all. But thank you guys for watching. Let's begin. Alright, so actually, let's start with the tier 5 perks, and then we'll just rank them, right, for S tier to F tier. S tier, boss of the boss, mob boss, and glass. A tier, fortress. B tier, elite boss. People don't use elite boss at all. I'll still put I still put it there just cause why not? What is it? C tier. I put Master Thief. People don't use it. A small amount of people actually use it, but then you don't really see them around. F tier. We're just gonna skip the D tier. We're gonna go straight to F. Opening strike. Literally useless. You only have a 25% chance of critical striking mobs when they're 75% HP when they're above. So once they're below that, your perk is literally like useless. Alright, so for the normal perks, let's see. Honestly, the only good ones are attack up, bonus O charge, burn chance, crit stack, damage reduction, HP up, life drain, rough skin, and then untouchable. Those are the only good ones that people actually use, right? I guess resist poison, resist frost, resist burn. Those are also pretty decent as well, and I'll get to those later. But then but then the rest, like bonus gold, I'd rather have this for my pet. Pet food, you don't need to use it at all. Bonus speed, again, you probably won't use it. And shift your aggro, you probably won't use it at all as well. Alright, so let's move on to which perks should you put for should you use for which classes. Alright, so let's start with dual wielder. I am actually a dual wielder main, and so I'll just show you guys what I use. I still think this is the best possible perks you can have on dual wielder. The thing I like about dual wielder is that you can have 2 tier 5 perks. And so for your first sword, you want attack up, crit stack, and then boss of the boss. This is what you should have for your Bob sword. Your next sword should be mob boss, and then you will have attack up and then life drain. So why life drain over crit stack? That's because dual wielder is a melee class, and then you'll be fighting a lot of mobs, especially when you're doing towers. Unless you're like me, who just lets the archers and the summoners do the job. But but then yeah, you will need the life drain. 6% doesn't sound too good, but then trust me, it's actually really useful. If you have like a black butterfly, like you will literally go from 0 to 100 with your HP. But then yeah, do note that if you have the mob boss sword as a secondary weapon, your perks will not do anything, right? Your mob boss, your life drain, you will not get any life drain if your weapon is on as a secondary. And so let's say when you're fighting mobs, right, you will put this as your primary weapon until you fight like the final boss or mini bosses, then you'll switch it back. I know it's a hassle, but that's the sad truth. Next is Elementalist. I don't play this class at all. But then if I had to guess, I'll probably put attack up, maybe crit stack, attack up, crit stack, and then boss of the boss. You won't need mob boss at all because you already have a lot of AoE, right? So your AoE should be enough to just kill any mob that comes up to your way. Next is Guardian, also another class that I don't play at all. But if maybe you will have attack up, life drain, and then mob or bob, one of those two. Maybe, damn, I don't really know. For those who play Guardian, please tell me, because I don't know what your tier 5 perks should be, or if you should even have it at all. But then yeah, so mob or bob, one of those two, depending on which one you struggle with most, right? So if you struggle against mobs the most, then you will go mob. If you struggle against bosses, then you will go bob. Next is Paladin. Paladin and Warlord will, I think both of them will have the same perks, and so I'll skip it and then I'll just wrap it up when we go to when we get to Warlord. Next is Mage of Light. Again, in the class that I don't play at all. Who plays this class anyways, right? Your main goal as a Mage of Light is just to heal your team, to support your team. You're literally a support. And so for your perks, you will have attack up for those times where you do actually weave in your auto attacks, and then bonus O charge, so your OT can be on a faster cooldown. I don't even know if you need any tier 5 perks. Maybe, let's see, maybe life drain, or let me see, bonus self regen, you know. But for sure you will want attack up and bonus O charge. The last perk is up to you whether which one you prefer to have. But then you probably won't be playing this class anyways. Next is Berserker, another really strong class. So for this class, you will probably go with the same perks as Dual Wielder. You know, Bob, attack up, crit stack, Mob, life drain, attack up, and just do what you pretty much just play how you play Dual Wielder. But then, you know, I think this one's more like mechanical. Next is Dragoon. For Dragoon, I don't play this class a lot as well. I probably play this class like whenever I'm just bored. But then yeah, for your perks you'll want attack up, life drain, and then mob or bob. Again, depending on which one you struggle with the most. I'll probably give the edge to mob, just because again you are a melee class, and then you know there are times where you get surrounded by hordes of mobs and you might just die. You know, so why not just choose mob so you can do more damage to it. You won't go crit stack on Dragoon because you know that's literally your passive, right? Your passive gives you critical hits on enemies, so you don't really need a crit stack anymore. Next is Demon. For Demon, you will want attack up, bonus ult charge, because your OT is like your highest damage. It's probably like your most useful ability as well. You won't need, I don't think you will need like any crit stack or life drain, because you already have a good amount of life steal. So thankfully this class is going to get a rework. Okay, so next is Spirit Archer. I'll just show you guys my weapon and then what I bring with it. So I have attack up, crit stack, and then boss. You don't really need to bring life drain. Some people do, but then you are an archer, you are not melee, you're ranged, and so you don't really need it. You have your parry too, so you can just use your parry if enemies get too close to you. I don't bring mob boss at all because I think Archer does the highest like mob damage. Right? You do like I don't know. I think you do the most DPS as well, other than Summoner. So yeah, though this is probably what you will 90% of the time bring. Attack up, crit stack, and then boss of the boss. Because again, Archer does a lot of mob damage, but it does really bad boss damage. Next is Warlord. So like I said earlier, Warlord and Paladin will share like the same perks. Let me see. So for your axe, you will probably bring attack up, life drain, and then mob or bob. For your tier 5 perk, I am not too sure about it, and so again, which will you struggle with the most. But then yeah, I don't think you really need crit stack. Maybe for Paladin, but then for Warlord, I would say just not even for Paladin. I wouldn't even say bring crit stack for Paladin, because this is your sword, and then your axe is your only damage item, right? So I will say just bring attack up and then lifesteal, and then your tier 5 perk, depending on which one you prefer. For your shield is a secondary item, so even if you have, crit stack attack up, it won't do anything. Alright, so while editing, I remember that what is it, Warlord? I think Warlord does do shield damage. I think your chains, I forgot what it's called, your chains of whatever, and then your Yggdrasil actually does do damage with your shield. And so perks for Warlord shield will probably be attack up, crit stack, and then boss of the boss. And then your axe will be attack up, life drain, and then mob boss. But then if you were to ask me, I would probably bring resist burn, resist frost, and then resist poison, right? Just bring like tank. Last is Summoner. For Summoner, you will want to have attack up, crit stack, and then mob boss. Some people like to go boss of the boss over mob for some reason, but here is my theory. I have mob boss, right? Because for me personally, I don't really use my summons when I fight mobs. So most of the time just use my laser beam and my auto attacks. But then, even so, right? Even when you fight bosses, your summons already do so much damage. Your OT, your greater summon, does a lot of damage to your to bosses. And when you explode, like they do like 80,000 damage too, right? When they explode. And then your summons really scale. They don't really scale off of your perks. They scale more from your staff, right? Your staff level. And so that's why I think you don't really need boss of the boss, and so just rather bring mob boss. You probably don't need life drain. Actually, you don't at all. You're ranged. You do quite a bit of damage. Summoner also, like I said earlier, does the most DPS. So yeah, this is probably what you will just want to what I have here is probably what you want to bring as your ideal staff for Summoner class. Next is for armor. I meant to do that before the classes, but I forgot. So for your armor, let's go back to this page. So for your armor, you will want to bring either Fortress, Glass, or Master Thief. Master Thief is not terrible, but it's also not amazing either, right? Like I said earlier, people don't really use this perk at all. They usually go with Glass or fortress. And then glass and fortress are just, you know, quite the opposite of each other, right? You know, you get more HP, but then you lose movement. You get for glass you get more damage, you get more crit, but then you lose health. And so whichever one you prefer to sacrifice will be the one that you have on your armor. For the normal perks, the only perks you will bring for your armor is either damage reduction, HP up, rough skin, untouchable, and I think that's it. And maybe sometimes maybe bonus ult charge or bonus health regen. But then yeah, 90% of the time you'll bring damage reduction, HP up, rough skin, and then untouchable. And for these perks, you can really like mix match them however you like it. So you, for example, you can have fortress, HP up, and then rough skin. Or if you want to go like full offense, right? You could go glass, rough skin, and then untouchable. For me, I choose damage reduction, untouchable, and then glass. But then yeah, that is it for the video. Subscribe, like, and comment. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video, y'all. Peace out.